I just wanted to give you a quick intro to today's video slash vlog because it's a collection of clips across many days. Basically, I just wanted to capture the spirit of July, which for me has been such a nice, relaxing, and slow month where I could actually take time for myself, do things that I don't necessarily always have the time for. So this is not so much a highlight reel of like all the big and wonderful things that happened in July. It's purposefully taking a look at the collection of small moments that sometimes we tend to maybe overlook that made me happy this month and made this month feel very special and gave me so much energy back and allowed me to slow down, take my time with everything, and truly live in the moment and truly appreciate everything for what it is right now. So without further ado, let's roll the clips.
This month I spent some time working on myself in the form of therapy and taking the help I need. I hosted get-togethers for friends where we would come together, eat delicious food, and we crafted and did clay magnets. I did this cute little goose and a pieruk. My boyfriend and I also visited this Thai street food market, which was so nice. The weather was beautiful and the food was so delicious. There were rainy mornings with a cup of coffee and watching YouTube videos, taking breakfast outside on the balcony and enjoying the beautiful weather. Solo dates in the city that I love so much. One adventure took me to Krümel Cookies, which is a cookie shop here in Stockholm, and they do the most delicious cookies, and their matcha is also so good. So I just bought myself a little treat and sat outside, drank my matcha, and when I tell you this was one of the most delicious cookies ever, believe me, it had miso and pecan, and it was just ooey gooey goodness. I also visited a secondhand store at LYKKKE. For some years now, I've been trying to buy more stuff secondhand, and especially in cities like Stockholm, I think secondhand fashion is so accessible and we have so many good stores. I didn't find anything this time, but I will be back. And I also tried to take some time taking in my surroundings more, appreciating the little things that I might miss otherwise. Stockholm is truly such a beautiful city, and I try not to forget how much I wanted to move here and actually appreciate the fact that it happened, which still feels like a dream sometimes. I also visited a flea market at Karlaplan, and just seeing all the people enjoying summer around me made me really happy. Everyone just seems in such a good mood. I also had to show you my outfit. I love this skirt. It's just so colorful and flowy and girly, and I just love it. Then I took a stroll along the water, and this is probably one of my favorite places in Stockholm. It's just truly so stunning. All the boats and the fresh breeze and people lying on sun chairs and the beautiful buildings around. Stockholm, you will always have my heart. Also bought a dress for a wedding that I have coming up. And then I went home and bought myself ice cream and sat some more on the balcony reading. And then I played this cute game called Tiny Bookshop, which is so cozy and exactly what I needed after a day in the city to just unwind. This month I also tried to eat as many strawberries as possible while they're still in season. Bought a lot of fresh vegetables and fruit, cooked delicious meals with them that fuel me, drank lots of matcha. Took more time for my hobbies like painting. I used to paint a lot as a child and teenager, and eventually with life happening, I've done it less and less, but I've noticed that when I do take the time, it truly calms my mind like nothing else. I spent a lot of time this month reading, whether that's inside or taking my picnic blanket and my book and going outside into the courtyard, which is so beautiful this time of year, and just lying there and feeling the breeze on my skin. It does things to me. I also went on a lot of beautiful walks, preferably at sunset. The nature in Sweden is so beautiful, especially in summer. So just trying to take it all in. Notice the little moments like these ducklings eating oats and the beautiful light play of the sun. Going on dates with my boyfriend in the city. Enjoying the sun on my face, the beautiful colors of the buildings. Eating delicious food. meeting up for a lunch break, just because. Sunset dips in our pool, and playing mermaids in the water, of course. I've also been so happy to find this beautiful set of plates at a thrift store, and they were so cheap too. Eating more strawberries, of course. And I also wanted to tell you about a day that was supposed to go differently. We were supposed to go on a boat ride to one of the islands in the Stockholm archipelago, but then the weather turned and it was supposed to rain. And instead of feeling bad about it, we just changed our plans and made it into a cozy day that started at a bookshop, of course. And then we went to LYKKE, which is a cafe in Södermalm. And enjoyed our delicious lunch. I love these colorful flags everywhere in Stockholm right now. They put me in such a good mood, as well as the beautiful flowers everywhere. Even on a cloudy day, this city is so beautiful. I'm sorry that I'm repeating myself so much, but I truly feel so lucky to live here. There's literally something beautiful to see around every corner, so taking the time to actually do it feels very much right. Then we headed to the Modern Museum here in Stockholm, as rainy days for me call for museum visits. We had a cappuccino to start out with, to pick ourselves up. And then it was time to visit several cool exhibitions. I've always loved going to the museum. I was very lucky to grow up in Frankfurt, which has a few cool museums of its own. Just being surrounded by art, looking at it, contemplating, finding a meaning in it. I think it helps with perspective and growing as a person. And the exhibitions that we visited felt very current and thought-provoking, and just really fun as well. And one other cool thing to do at Moderna right now is taking these metal slides that they have. I didn't film that part, but we did it, and it was so fun, even though it was kind of scary. We ended the day by going grocery shopping. And I bought some Middle Eastern bits and pieces. And I also saw that they had Cheesecake Factory cheesecake, so of course I had to try one. And I ended the day by enjoying my dinner, watching The Pit, which I love, reading my current read, which is so cozy, making some tea, and enjoying my cheesecake and tea with an episode of Taskmaster. And if you ask me, it was the perfect day. Maybe not the day we planned, but the day that we needed.
So these are some of my favorite memories this month. I really wanted this video to be a reminder to myself, and maybe to some of you guys if it resonates. You know, I'm a very nostalgic person, and I always tend to live in the past, and I also definitely always worry about the future and like what my next step should be, and worrying about whether or not I'm doing the right things to get to a point where I want to be in my life. And often I really forget to live in the present and look around myself and see what I've already been able to achieve and be proud of that and enjoy that, because I have worked really hard to get here. It's about perspective, living day by day. I've also definitely fallen into the trap in the past of, you know, comparing my life to other people's. And I feel like summer is definitely a time where a lot of people travel and live these extravagant lives. A lot of big things happen. This year I've chosen purposely to avoid doing that and stop waiting for the big moments that make life feel exciting and where we feel truly alive, like traveling and putting all of these things on our bucket list and feeling the pressure to live up to the season's potential. When I look back and I try to remember the summers where I felt most happiest, yes, it involved oftentimes some traveling, and don't get me wrong, traveling is amazing and I would love to do more of it, but you know, childhood summers I think were so special because they were truly about just waking up, not having many plans, and seizing the day, going on little adventures, maybe doing some creative things like crafts or painting, and just feeling like you have all the time in the world to do whatever you feel like doing that day. And that is the spirit I wanted to channel this summer. And that also meant listening to my body and my mind and determining, okay, what is it that I actually want to do today? Do I want to go on a solo adventure in the city? Do I want to meet up with friends and do something fun with them? Do I want to hang out with my boyfriend? Or does it feel like I need a calmer day of just reflection and maybe reading and doing some painting or whatever it was? And part of that was also sometimes stopping and remembering, hey, I live in a really cool city, in a really beautiful place, and I have all of this potential around me. Why does it have to be one or the other? Do I have to either sit at home and do nothing, or plan this very elaborate itinerary for a day, when sometimes I have the best day when I just literally go outside, maybe go on a little coffee run, or decide to take my picnic blanket with me and just like sit in the sun for a couple of hours, and that already fills my cup and makes me feel like I had a great day. So yeah, those are just some thoughts that I've been having. I wanted to ask you guys if any of this resonates with you, and also invite you to look back on your month and make out what tiny joys carried you through the month, because I feel like we all need more of those in our lives. Not forgetting about the big and exciting stuff, of course, but also really cherishing the small stuff along the way, and not forgetting that, you know, a day doesn't have to be packed full of exciting things to be meaningful and special and exactly what you need in a given moment. If you feel like sharing what filled your cup this month, I would love to read about it in the comment section. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If so, you can leave me a thumbs up or a comment. I also have an Instagram account where I share more about the things that make me happy every day. So if you feel like checking that out, it's this handle right here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your month, and see you next time. Bye.